Welcome to the first episode of Let's Talk Disasters, the show where I will discuss different disasters in world history. For my first episode, I will be talking about the Great Peshtigo Fire, which took place the same night as the far more famous Great Chicago Fire. However, the Great Peshtigo Fire was far deadlier and larger than the Great Chicago Fire. In 1871, one of the worst natural disasters struck in northeast Wisconsin, killing up to 2,500 people. On the night of October 8, 1871, three large fires struck the Midwest at the same time. The most famous of these three fires was the Great Chicago Fire, which killed an estimated 300 people and laid waste to 3.3 square miles of the city. 250 miles north of Chicago, another fire was raging in the north woods of Wisconsin, and this fire was far more powerful and deadly than the Great Chicago Fire. The logging town of Peshtigo, Wisconsin, is just under 50 miles to the north of Green Bay and was settled on the Peshtigo River. The Peshtigo Fire turned the town and surrounding wilderness into a scene right out of Dante's Inferno. The forest fire turned into a firestorm, growing stronger as a low-pressure cold front fueled its destructive power. Soon these forest fires fused into one large firestorm with superheated flames reaching temperatures of 2,000 degrees Fahrenheit. This firestorm was so intense that it created and sustained its own wind system that fed the fire's intensity with winds reaching 110 miles an hour. The wall of flames towered over a mile high and spanned 5 miles wide. The intense heat of the firestorm turned sand into glass. The firestorm spawned violent fire tornadoes 1,000 feet high and with temperatures reaching 2,000 degrees Fahrenheit that sucked people into the firestorm, carbonizing their bodies into cinders and ashes. When the Chicago and Peshtigo fires were raging that evening, people in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, saw bright orange skies to the north and south, which must have been a very frightening sight. The next day the fire was over, and Peshtigo was gone. The town was completely razed to the ground. Not a single building was left standing. The fire destroyed an area the size of Rhode Island. The Peshtigo Fire destroyed 568 times more area than the Great Chicago Fire. In Chicago, an estimated 300 people lost their lives. In Peshtigo, an estimated 2,500 people were dead. The bodies of some of the deceased were never found. So great was the devastation and loss that the town wasn't rebuilt until 1903, 32 years after the fire. The Great Peshtigo Fire is the deadliest fire in United States history and one of the top 10 deadliest natural disasters in U.S. history. I want to thank you for watching, and I will be coming out with more content in the coming weeks. If you like this video, feel free to check out my channel and my Let's Talk series, and subscribe to my channel by clicking the subscribe button. If there is a specific topic you would like me to cover, feel free to contact me here on YouTube and on Twitter. There will be a link below in the description. And once again, thanks for watching.